points as we send it to a Team Liquid and Entity7 Game 2. That if Entity...
Process so far with this one. After Game 1, surprising and shocking. Everyone around the world watching this one. Entity7 gets Game 1. Now for Team Liquid Philippines to move forward. It starts here with Game 2. They brought a draft that I think it looks better, at least for them in this Game 2, Trex. They got to get it, and it's a Melissa, yes, that has a high % win rate right now. I like it better than the Paquito for Teddy.
Yeah, definitely better than the Paquito for Teddy. It gives the possibility to defend these big pushes. It gives some range. It adds a little more dynamic to the draft of Team Liquid. Entity7 also comes straight forward this time. They pick up the Ling, hide on Bush on the Assassin. The only game he's been able to win so far has been on a utility jungle, and that was the Barats that he played last game. So things are going to have to definitely be a little different this time.
Yeah, the different factor here too is, you know, there's a way for Team Liquid to approach these fights, whether that's depending on what ultimate Sanji decides to take. You know, most likely that Wrath of the Dryad will be the biggest value for him. Set things up around the team fight. JP provides this information on the Hilda, able to go ahead and kind of slow down or attempt to slow down Hide on Bush. You know, again, the previous game, Hide on Bush was just on point with the retributions. This is a challenge now for Carl Teasy to make it happen on the heroic, running it back, but the mid lane is also where things start.
Oh, a lot of damage on a Vagine there. Is gonna have to go back to base. Team Liquid definitely controlling the pace of this first 2 minutes. But honestly, it was similar in the last game, and Entity7 was able to find the big punch back.
Yeah.
It's when those first few turtles came up, that's when we saw the difference happening. Akashi is on this Uranus. Uranus hasn't had the best games for a lot of teams, honestly. Can Akashi make a difference?
Yeah, that's a big question. You see him at quarter of the health here. Sanford burning that flicker. He's not going to have it available. He's trying to get that level 4, so at least he's got the Daytona's welcome. Turtle's going to already be started up, though, by Carl Teasy. He'll pull off of it, though. Let it reset a bit. Some of the buffs are up. Oh, flicker.
Ooh, nice stun on to Shin. Shin going to take a lot of damage. First blood going to the hands of JP. As Hide on Bush has to work on his purple buff. Team Liquid should get a free turtle here. It is taking them some time, though. If they can clean up this purple buff soon enough, maybe they'll go for a steal. No, they decide to back off as Akashi keeps vision.
Yeah, better for them to go ahead and just secure the buff for now and not get a little overzealous around it. It's just the first turtle there for Entity7. Yeah, they lose that first blood over to TL, but you know, they can adjust from it. We've seen this, especially with the Ling. You know, Ling able to go ahead and move around the map pretty quickly here. JP, again, this is going to be his job. And you can see E7's kind of dealing with it now. Whoa!
Ooh, another kill into the hands of Sanji. This Hide on Bush brings down the Tempest of Blades, doesn't connect onto Envy. Now he's going to take a lot of damage, gets stuck on a double kill over to Sanji.
Man, JP, he planted himself in that bush. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to hide on this bush so I can heal back up.
Very well done. I like your way with words, sir.
Thank you.
On the top side.
You know what? That's what you do.
That's what you do when you have this job.
But yeah, dude, it's already an early lead for TL off of this composition. You know, this is a very different start. This is the flow that Team Liquid is usually used to. And really a big part of it is just the amount of damage that they can do early on, and you know, setting things up around, again, the information that is provided by having a Hilda in the hands of JP. Oh, he could be in trouble.
Nice hit on a JP there. Wrath of Dryad as well on a Sanji. Sanji's going to back off, get a couple free shots in as Carl Teasy does miss the skill. Entity7, TL, both go back to a standstill. But wait, no, Carl Teasy. A lot of damage on a Shin. Is he going to go for the dive on the tower? Sanji tries to get another shot as well. Carl Teasy going to move over to this purple buff. Doesn't have vision. JP's going to open it up for them. They push Akashi back. He does have the consecration. He can deal with a little bit of crowd control. TL just testing the boundaries right now.
Yeah, all that pressure for the purple buff, right? To take it from Hide on Bush if they can. But also TL can't risk it. You got to think every decision here up to this point, because you're down in the series 1 game and you're facing elimination here, you really have to stay calm and collected through this. You know, they can go ahead and kind of thread that needle as much as possible, but they want to maintain this lead they've already built. They want to go ahead and scale it up even further. The second turtle is up, and right now they're fighting for this space to work with. Hide on Bush is going to make his way here. Wrath of Dryad already used. Carl trying to run.
looking for a way in. Nice then as welcome onto Hide on Bush. Sanford able to lock him down. Akashi will secure the turtle as JP gets brought down low. Tempest of Blades does come down onto Sanford. Sanford just trying to walk away behind him. Bush doesn't want to let it happen. He's able to get the kill. Back in the mid, Carl Teasy's forced to go back to base, and on the top side, Doom and Teddy continue to battle it out on the bot side tower, though. JP's not going to be able to defend it. This should be a good tower for Entity7.
Really surprised Carl Teasy didn't go down there. I mean, he had 1 HP. He tried to attempt to take the turtle, but E7 able to secure it, get themselves an objective too. So for Entity7, they pretty much just dealt with that bit of a lead. That TL built up. That was a 2,000 gold lead now taken care of as Sky Piercer is picked up for Carl Teasy. So if he starts to get these kills, we've seen it before, those stacks can really build up and be devastating for our Hirara. Conceal going to be used on JP. They're going for him.
JP will get stunned by Shin. A couple more free shots from Dune and he will go down. Sanford and Sanji are forced to just watch from the tri-bush. A nice terrifying onto Akashi, but he's going to continue to get vision for the team as Hide on Bush goes back to the jungle.
You know, that's the difficult part there, Trex, too. You know, you have these tanky heroes like this Uranus. Whether he's, you know, as nimble as the other XP laners, he just tanks up a lot of damage, and he can just go ahead and be that front line for you. You pair it up with a Belric, and it's nearly impossible to just kind of barge your way through the front line. Carl Teasy will be able to get his buff, though. So E7 is pretty much mirroring what Team Liquid has done minutes ago when they had the lead. Now mid lane.
Nice Wrath of Dryad on Shin. Doom comes in with a blazing duet, though. Look at the damage on Carl Teasy. Doom gets the kill, and Hide on Bush comes out with a Tempest of Blades, securing the kill onto JP as well. Entity7 popping off at 7 minutes.
Team Liquid is trying to make things happen with the Wrath of the Dryad stolen by Sanji, and then they get punished in the mid lane. 2 kills for E7 to scale up further. That last turtle of the game is going to be up here. Oh, we did see a stun alive cam. He's going to be able to get away, I think.
Should be okay.
Oh, they're still chasing.
Comes in. JP engages as well. Big Wrath of Dryad once again, able to lock up JP and the rest of the team. Sanford gonna come in with the detonus welcome, able to lock on to Shin. Gets the spit out against the wall, and Shin still survives though.
How is Shin alive?
Bush keeps going. Sanford down. Entity7 is pushing the Stampede away.
How was Shin alive again, TL? They try to make something happen and they get punched to the ground off the decision. That is not what you want happening with your backs against the wall in your tournament life. But for E7, looking to make history, they're a step closer at that point. Each objective that goes down, Entity7 is looking to make a huge statement across the world of competitive MLBB.
You know, we saw them the other day, and I think everyone came in today downtied Entity7. Another ult lands down onto Sanford. Entity7 are controlling this game, and this is match point.
Oh man, Hide on Bush. Here's a conceal.
Oh, Hide on Bush, force use Tempest of Blades, will be able to get away. Dennis Welcome does get wasted as well. There's nothing left in the kit of Team Liquid now for another fight.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for TL. You know, they're trying to expend what they can, a conceal, a play, try to get the jungler of E7 down, and when you go for that, and then he just kind of Finch poisons away, that is unfortunate, you know, because what else can you find across the map? Entity7 is doing such a good job also just protecting the core members here. You know, again, having a Belric, having a Uranus on your lineup, you can just give so much space. Mind you, Doom has just been able to go ahead and farm up on this Claude, man. 2-0-3. You know, when he hits that Trinity, which I believe he might have already, if we take a look at the items, there it is, on point. He does get the golden staff right around the 9-minute mark. So this is the thing to be cautious about now, because that power spike is available for Doom, and they've just been playing around the setup that happens here.
A lot of damage onto Akashi, does pop the Consecration. Will get away to safety. Sanford does have the den as welcome, decides not to use up on the top side. Teddy and JP just try to defend the waves. It's a tier 2 on the mid, tier 2 on the bottom, and an inhibitor standing at the top. Team Liquid getting brought down to their bones at this point. Orange buff is saved by Carl Teasy, but every time Entity7 makes them fight for it.
Oh man, they're gonna make them fight for this Lord here. Purple buff going and taken by Hide on Bush. Carl Teasy's trying to get his. It is gonna be a reset on the Lord, but Doom will hold it there. they've got that small wave trying to push up top that should be cleared out. Oh, they're gonna start this fight.
Kashi takes a lot of damage, pops concentration once again. And Team Liquid still have ults ready to go along with Entity7. It's a dance, and last time we saw this in the previous game, Entity7 was willing to go the distance for these Lords. They don't need to rush them. They know they can slow play it. This isn't what we expected from Entity7, but right now, they are bringing it to Team Liquid's face. JP looking for the tri-brush.
Oh, he's looking.
As Teddy's up in the top side. Carl Teasy takes some damage. Doom comes in with Blazing Duet. Does not capitalize too much with that damage. BMI's back, but it does the job. It zones them away. Sanford able to get Dead in his welcome. Around the Dryad comes out. Begin ready to lose his life for the rest of the team. Hide on Bush comes in, doing some nice damage. Akashi does go down. Teddy shows up. Entity7 backs off with the Lord.
Okay, they back off. Shin's still there. Carl TZ gonna be able to get away. Doom's just around the corner too. Did they want to go for this? Again, Lord was secured. They got one kill. But you're seeing how much of a struggle it is right now for TL for these team fights. They still need a lot of time to kind of catch up here. Once again, E7 finds themselves with a healthy gold lead to work with against the defending MSC champions here, the Filipino champions. This is such a big game, a big series for Entity7. And everyone else watching this, look at the item different factor here as they try to put some pressure on that purple buff. From Carl TZ, he's able to go ahead and secure it. They do have to go ahead and slow this down a bit to deal with this Lord push up top.
Entity7 slowly taking it to them right now. A wave of minions down the mid. They're going to take this tier 2. TL on the defense. Good taunt on a Sanford. Asanji tries to come in. Sanji does have the Wrath of the Dryad. We got to watch out for that one. But there's one in the hands of Agin as well. Lord crashing in.
There's a lockdown.
Lockdown. Teddy able to get Agin. Lord does go down, and TL defend well, taking a member along with the Lord and losing no inhibitors.
It's one small step in the right direction for Team Liquid. They got to go ahead and scale up here on Teddy, especially this Melissa, again, has a great win rate so far throughout MSC. But you can see, you know, he's a bit behind. 2,000 gold, that's more than a bit, that's quite a bit of gold behind. You know, working on this fourth item. He's at least got the Trinity locked in. So that's why the damage, when they're able to go and set it up, it's there. But again, you're susceptible to being collapsed down on. You've only got your go away and you've only got your flicker. That's about it. So TL is really just, it seems like they're just trying to slow it down, keep things maintained in the base till that, you know, they're ready to actually fight into these fights right now. They just know that the power is in favor of Entity7. They have to dissect these fights really carefully, especially with Hide on Push on this Ling. As we've seen so far, a little bit of stun here on JP. He'll be able to tank that up. They want to go ahead and secure, once again, this buff for Carl TZ.
Sanford's going to try to bring it back. The game does get pushed back as well, but Hide on Bush takes the purple. Now Carl TZ doesn't have the buff to go, and Lord is up in just 16 seconds. It's going to be a big advantage over to Entity7. Not to mention as well, they're sending Doom up to the top side to create a slow push on the long lane. Team Liquid has to think very clearly about this next Lord.
This Lord is crucial. Approaching that 14-minute mark up to this point, Entity7 with a 6,000 plus gold lead is in charge, just like they were in game 1. And now for this Lord to go ahead and start up, Akashi will pull it through. And Sanford, he's got to get those stacks. He's got to be that front line. They got to allow Teddy that space to work with. And Sanji has been holding on to that Wrath of the Dryad. It's going to be crucial here. If they decide to fight, that's the main thing. Quarter the health on the Lord here. Does TL go for the Lord? It's just going to be secured by Hide on Bush. So they choose to defend again.
I think that's the right play, honestly. The thing about Team Liquid's draft is they do have good protection against a siege. They can huddle up, they want to try to fight in those little corners. When Entity7 has to come through, they'll have the Wrath of the Dryad in response, they'll have the Detna's welcome, and they'll have Teddy just getting free shots from the base. That's where they need to look for the big mistake, or that's where they at least need to buy some more time to get to this 18-20 minute mark to where gold is at a standstill.
Man, again, if this Lord making its way up top, Entity7 with a 7,000 gold lead, maybe that's lucky for them as they approach the base. TL trying to clear this out. Again, they've got some key items picked up. Wind of Nature too for Teddy, so they can fight this if they need to lock it down here. into the base. Lord's gonna charge in up top. Entity7 looking to take out a base turret. Conceal gonna be used here.
Conceal is used. Entity7 breakthrough. TL's tournament life on the line. One more fight could end it all. Carl-Tzy tries to look for the engage. Begin as well, entering through the Lord, crashes in. Doom forced back by the Muddles. Entity7 just looking for towers. They know they can't brute force their way in right now.
And with that, that'll be a successful defense for TL. Yes, they lost 2 base turrets, but given the situation, how far behind as a team they are, they hold on to 1. They potentially buy themselves a minute and a half or so to go ahead and catch up. But we've seen this before, Trex. It might be one of those cases where it's like, do they just continue to let the Lord go and then try to get that miracle-based defense? At some point, though, especially when we get to that evolved Lord territory, it's almost better just to go for that play in the Lord, you know, and not let it come down to your base defense.
This might honestly be the one that they're gonna have to fight for. Without 2 inhibitors, it's a very tough defense because yes, they have the capability with Teddy now, especially having the Wind of Nature and everything. They can hole up for a little while, but it's not like Entity7 doesn't have the dive potential either. They have the big Blazing Duet. They have Begin. They have Akashi who can harass. They have so many opportunities. And look at them now. They're just huddling outside. They're freezing lanes, but they're not giving much space.
And a big threat to just stop Team Liquid in their tracks is, again, Shin. And that's why this Eudora has been so deadly in the drafts. Whether it's Shin and just playing off the Wrath of the Dryad even, or that taunt that comes through with the Balric, that could be an almost automatic kill. That numbers advantage that Entity7 can potentially get is what's so deadly and why Team Liquid has to pretty much just stay in their base unless they're all gonna go together here. JP can spot some things out. He's tanky enough, has that magic resistance too. So now that this Lord is up, Teddy goes and handles that wave a bit. Doom will start this Lord. And this could be a crucial one. This could be the game-winning Lord take for Entity7 unless TL could somehow, some way make this happen. The stun's coming through, plus that ultimate from Shin already.
I think they know this is going to be drawn out, so they're willing to use it just to force them away a little bit. It's a slow push on the boss side towards Team Liquid's last inhibitor. At some point, Entity7 knows you got to send someone over there. That's your only option. You also have to worry about top lane. You also have to worry about mid. And look at Hide on Bush. He's even willing to commit. Listen, I'm going to force this thing in. You have to send someone now. Ooh. And I'm quickly going to get back to the Lord.
And they know Teddy's got to go there. That wave pushed in. There's the conceal. They got to stop this here. It's on a quarter of the health.
Wrath of Dryad, and Doom comes in with a Blazing Duet along with a Tempest of Blades. The Tona's Welcome does lock on, but it's not enough. Carl-Tzy finds Shin in the backside.
Can Teddy get
now
there?
Taking so much damage, and Hide on Bush with the double. The go away does come out, but Entity7 doesn't want to give it up now. It's just JP and Teddy up against them all with Carl-Tzy. Entity7's not going to force it in. They're going to go back to the Lord. They want to make this a guarantee.
Entity7 will be able to get this Lord. What a team fight. What a macro play to push that bottom wave. Make sure Teddy got it, and he was too late to the fight. So they collapsed down. Yes, TL's still going to be able to defend, but man, they expended a lot. Look at those battle spells. They're still down here. They got waves to deal with. And eventually Entity7 will be looking to take down this base turret and take down the tournament lives here of TL.
I'm going to say this, Entity7 better finish this here. I'm surprised they didn't go for the ending a second ago. No go away on Teddy. But once again, just to remind everyone, Team Liquid on tournament life. This could be the last Lord push we see from them. Can they make the Hail Mary play?
Oh, they're going for it.
Carl-Tzy gets taken out by Shin, diving too deep. Are they just trying to buy time though as the rest of Entity7 pushes in? A big Blazing Duet on Sanji. The Lord connects onto the base. Teddy, 1v1 against Doom, and he gets the shut down, the go away. Teddy is popping off right now, but is it enough to save the day as the rest of Entity7 closes in a Tempest of Blades to seal the deal, and Entity7 comes halfway across the world to prove a point, to prove that the